You will see a 2-year-old carrying a massive bag, wearing a uniform that is so big, counting 1, 2, 3 to 50, doing times table, writing. What is that? So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the areas that your child needs to be developed before you start sending them to school. Let your child be a child. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Precious. On this channel, we give great insight on family, relationship, and lifestyle. If you're interested in any of this, please press the subscribe button and the notification bell. Let me know in the comment section that you've done so, and please check out my other videos. Thank you so much. So today's video, I'm just going to be talking to parents and talking about the pressure that toddlers are beginning to feel to go to school. I have been noticing a trend lately whereby you see children, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old are being sent to school. When I mean being sent to school, I don't mean going to the nursery where they go and play and be looked after where their parents are at work. I don't mean nanny. I don't mean childminder. I mean going to school, like proper school, where they go with their pencil and their book, because they are going to learn. They are not going to socialize. They're not going to be looked after. They are going to learn. 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old. It's beginning to worry me a little bit because I feel like children should be children. A 2-year-old, come on guys. I'm just going to be talking about the areas where children need to develop. When they've developed in this area, then you know that yes, they are ready to go to school. The first area where a child needs to develop before the child is being sent to school is they need to develop their social skill. So first of all, that child needs to be able to play with other children. The child needs to play independently as well, would have to learn how to play independently as well. The child would have manners, because if the child goes to school, the child will have to have manners. That child as well should be able to, when you drop him off at school, should be able to walk away and just go to school. If your child is still clingy, wants to spend their time with you, that child is not ready for school. The child wants to be at nursery. You need to start from nursery and not school. Bear in mind, I'm talking about proper school where the child is going to learn. So your child needs to develop, or that child needs to develop the social skill that the child needs to be able to do very well at school with other children. And where you can develop this skill is at nursery, where you send the child to be looked after and socialize with other children, or at home. If that child has siblings, the child will be able to socialize as well. Or you as a parent, you'll be able to communicate, socialize, do stuff with the child. In that way, when the child goes to proper school, that child is ready to socialize. But if your child cannot socialize, that child is not ready. The child needs to develop his or her social skill to be able to manage in a proper school. Another area where a child needs to develop before sending the child to school is emotional maturity. So there is a maturity that a child needs to get to before the child will be able to cope and manage in a normal school. If a child is not able to take no, when the child wants something and you say no to that child, the child starts tantrum, starts crying, starts just literally creating scene. That child is not ready for school. If your child is not able to follow instruction from somebody, if you cannot say to your child, go and give me this and give me that, your child cannot follow instruction. Your child cannot listen attentively when they are teaching. Your child cannot be able to do stuff on their own, whereby they need proper assistance before they can be able to do things. That child needs to go to nursery, not school. So your child needs to be mature. Another area your child needs to be mature is if your child still takes afternoon nap. You know, when you go to nursery, there are times that they say, okay, the kids needs to have nap, the kids needs to sleep. If your child is still sleepy, needs his sleep or needs her sleep every day in the afternoon, that child needs to go to nursery, not school. the child is not emotionally mature enough to be going to school. So another area where a child needs to be mature before going to school is they need to have language skill. Okay, so this is very, very important. If your child is not communicating, cannot talk or say something somebody would understand, your child does not understand, like when somebody else is talking to him or her, is not understanding because he's still a baby, please leave that child at home. Your child needs to develop language skill, not just talking. He needs to be able to speak. He needs to be able to understand other people speak. He needs to be able to understand instruction, follow instruction. Your child needs to be able to develop their language and communication skill. If you as a parent need to interpret to somebody what your child is saying, that child needs to go to nursery and not school, because the child is not ready for school. Another area where a child needs to develop before you know that they are ready to go to school is they have to develop their cognitive skill. If your child does not understand, like when you're reading bedtime story or you're reading normal story to your child and your child cannot comprehend what you're reading, doesn't understand what you're reading, or your child is watching a movie like normal children movie, but your child is just having fun, enjoying, but cannot really comprehend, cannot really understand what he or she is watching, please, I beg you, your child has not developed their cognitive skill. They need to be able to understand. If they don't understand what you're reading from the book, you take them to school, you start teaching them timetable, start teaching them math, start teaching them English, start teaching them things that you expect a 7-year-old to be learning. You're teaching a 2-year-old, teaching a 3-year-old. You're just stressing that child out, honestly. You would think, oh yeah, he can read it, he can count 1 2 3 to 20 now. Yes, my child can count, my child can read. Okay, after reading and counting that 1 2 3 to 20, what is that child going to use that 1 2 3 to 20 to do at 2 or at 3? I need to calm down because it gets me very emotional. What is a rush? Your child has not developed a cognitive skill. You're sending the child to school. That child doesn't need to go to school. Please, dear friends and parents, your child needs to go to nursery to be able to develop this area of their life. Another area where a child needs to develop before they go to school is physical health and coordination, like to be able to coordinate themselves. If your child cannot run on a straight line without falling, if you don't hold them, they can't walk. They can't climb and jump without falling down. Your child needs to go to nursery. Your child is not ready for school. Physically, they have to be fit. Like, they have to get to a point where you know that when you send them to school, you're comfortable. Oh, my child has not fallen down. My child is okay. Everything is fine with my child. Oh, you will not be thinking too much. If you send your child to school and you're worried that your child will fall, please, that's a sign that your child is not ready. Physically, your child is not ready. Your child cannot coordinate things. If your child cannot hold their pencil properly, when it's time to write, your child cannot hold that pencil properly, your child is not ready for school. Your child needs to go to nursery or childminder. If you like this video so far, please give me a thumbs up, press the subscribe button, and press the notification bell. If you agree with what I am saying, please let me know in the comment section. If you don't agree, please, I really want you to let me know in the comment section and let me know why you don't agree, because personally, I want to understand why parents are sending their 2-year-old, 3-year-old to school to go and learn. I want to understand. If you can let me understand, I would be very, very grateful, because I want to know. Thank you so much. So your child needs to develop their physical and their coordination. They have to be physically okay to go to school, physically fit, and they have to be able to coordinate themselves. Their hand movement and their leg movement has to be coordinated before they can be able to manage at school. Another area where a child needs to develop before they go to school is your child have to have developed their independence. If you're still feeding your child, you're still putting their shoe on for them, you're still dressing them up, you're still doing basically everything for them, and you're sending that child to school, it's not fair. On behalf of the 2, 3, 4-year-old that are going through these things, it's not fair. That child needs to be at nursery. I am a parent myself. And I understand what it means to send it. My kids go to nursery where they go and play. I cannot have the heart to send my 2-year-old or my 3-year-old to school when I know that they cannot even feed themselves, when I know that they cannot even put their shoes on, when I know that they still need help to go to the toilet. They are not potty trained. And the worst of it is that you send your child to school, you know your child is not able to do these things. You expect the teacher to be able to look after your child, send them to the toilet when they need to go to the toilet, send them to basically look after your child and still teach them on top of it. It is not fair on the child. It's not fair on the teacher. Your child needs to be independent for their age to be able to cope at school. If you send your child to school and every time you send them to school, they come back with their uniform missing, one leg of their shoe gone, they forget their bag at school, your child is not ready for school. Your child is nursery. Your child needs to go to nursery. Another area that I personally think that your child needs to develop is they need to develop their immune system. Here in the UK, before they start preschool, they give them a vaccine, an immunization that helps to boost their immune system, because at nursery or at school, that's where they catch all the catchable, all the infection, all the cold, all the bacteria, everything you can mention, they get it from school. So if your child's immune system is not up to the level where it's supposed to be, your child will be going to school and coming back with sickness. Every week your child is sick. Every week your child is sick because your child doesn't have an immune system that will be able to protect him at that age. So this is just me saying that you need your child's immune system to get to the point where you think, okay, this child can cope. Because exposing the child to so many things, exposing the child to this virus and bacteria everywhere, the children that are with them in school, you don't know who they are, you don't know where they are coming from, you don't know the level of hygiene that they have at their homes. So you're just basically exposing your child to sicknesses and viruses, to things that your child will be struggling. So please, as a parent myself, and as someone that is very passionate about seeing children stressed out, you seeing children that are supposed to be children going to school to go and learn. If you're one of the people I'm talking to, you know, because your conscience will tell you, you know. Don't do things because your friends are doing it. Don't do things because you want to be in that level of people doing it. Do it because it works for your child. Do it because it works for you. Most schools that are starting children, making children go to school at 2-year-old, 3-year-old, they are just collecting money from you. Your child needs to be at nursery where they should be looked after. Your child does not need to go to school to go and learn A, B, C, D to Z at 2-year-old. There are so many countries that start school at 6, at 7. It's something I'm very passionate about. It's something that I really, really want you to think about. So if you agree with what I have said, please let me know on the comment section. If you don't agree, also let me know on the comment section, because I want to understand why parents actually send their children to school. In conclusion to this video, every child is different. Every child needs to be assessed differently, and every child develops differently. Know the level your child is. Don't compare your child to other child. Don't do things because people are doing it. Don't do things because your friends are doing it. Don't do things because you have the money to do it. Do it because it works for your child and it works for you as an individual. Assess your child. Make sure your child has the skills, has the qualities, has developed the areas that they need to develop. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, please, before you go, press the subscribe button and press the notification bell. And let me know on the comment section as well that you have subscribed. Drop your comment and give me a thumbs up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be grateful, be positive, and be yourself. Have a great day.